Hey guys, let me start by saying this is not our 10,000 subscriber celebration video. Lauren had to work today, and I just got the stitches removed out of my face, so I'm not exactly camera friendly right now.
I'm a monster!
But I have been wanting to do a video about YouTube analytics and the growth of our channel for a while, so a voice over my computer screen is perfect this week. We're going to cover 3 topics: how we went from 0 to 10,000 subscribers, how much money we make on YouTube, and a few tips if you're thinking about starting a channel of your own. Let's start with our video manager. As of today, we have 141 videos published, and there are 3 what we'll call landmark videos. The first being the first video we ever posted, which is day 1 boarding our cruise to Europe. January 2014 is when we posted our plan for financial independence, and this is the first video that we made for YouTube, meaning it was the first video that we made that we intended for other people to watch. September 2014, we reached 1,000 subscribers, and this was a big moment for us. When we uploaded our plan for financial independence in January, 1,000 subscribers in our mind was a complete success. That milestone was incredibly rewarding, and it inspired us to take YouTube more seriously and to start uploading on a more regular schedule. Alright, let's look behind the curtain here. Over on the left, you'll see the Analytics tab. Analytics are just the analysis and statistics feature built into YouTube, and it's actually pretty robust and useful. The first thing you're presented with is a dashboard of stats, and the default is of the last 28 days. Down below, you can see there are views, estimated minutes watched, total estimated earnings, and then a whole slew of engagement metrics. Our particular dashboard looks a little discouraging with all of these red down arrows, but that is because we had a somewhat viral video last month, and it's kind of skewing all of the data. More on that in a minute. A little below that, you can see the most popular videos this month and how much they've made, who is watching, where they're watching, and how they are finding us. For those wondering why we can show our total estimated earnings when so many YouTubers claim that it's against the terms of service, that's just not true. Actually, we're not allowed to show the CPM, or cost per thousand views. So basically all I can't do is click on this little Add Performance tab, but luckily that's the most boring page of all of them, and it's something you can't control, so even I don't look at it very often. Enough overview, let's see how we got where we are today. I'm going to come over here and click the Views button, and that's going to bring up the views for the last 28 days, but I'm going to change that to a custom date range, January 1st, 2014. And this paints a more accurate picture of our channel as a whole. Growth was slow at the beginning. You can see we're averaging around 200 views a day. Now, just a year and a half later, we are looking more like 5,000 views a day. So that's pretty incredible. You'll notice there are a few distinct spikes along the way, and then this whole cluster muck right here. Let's see what each of those spikes represent. This one right here is when we posted our early retirement plans on the Financial Independence subreddit. This one right here is when Paula Pant from affordanything.com posted our interview with her on her website. This one here is a big one. It is the front page of Reddit. This was the DIY vintage knife switch, the Frankenstein switch video. Actually made it all the way to, I believe, number 19 on the front page of Reddit. This one right here is the front page of Instructables. This was the copper cups that I made out of copper tubing. And then things continue to climb gradually. Without this big spike, this curve would look a lot more drastic, but since we have this thing here, let's talk about it. This spike right here is the result of a comparison video I did between Matthias and Aresta's sawhorse design. And there was really no catalyst for YouTube recommending this other than I mentioned some larger YouTubers' names. And we saw as many as 300 subscribers a day coming towards our channel. The second spike right here is actually something completely different. It was the folding extension cord organizer that I made, happened to get picked up by Lifehacker and Popular Mechanics. So this stretch of a month was a wild ride, first with YouTube suggesting the Sawhorse video, and then with Popular Mechanics and Lifehacker sharing my extension cord organizer. So we do not know the effects long term of what that kind of exposure will do for us, but so far has resulted in about an average of 50 new subscribers a day sustainably. But this graph does give us a nice little representation of what Reddit, Instructables, and Popular Mechanics / Lifehacker can do for you. If we come over to the subscriber tab, you'll notice something interesting. It's nearly identical, and in fact, we can compare subscribers to this and look at how it mimics all of the peaks and valleys of our views. This is really encouraging to me because it means that when people find us, that they tend to stick around. I take a screen cap on my phone every time we reach a new subscriber milestone. Comparing them really puts the growth into perspective. Our first 1,000 subscribers took us 9 months, whereas our second 1,000 subscribers only took 4 months, and our third took 2 months, and our fourth took 1 month, and our fifth took less than a week. Then things went crazy and it went from 6 to 8 to 10 over just a couple of months. Okay, that's how we got this far. Let's talk about money. The first thing you need to recognize is that you don't get paid for subscribers. You get paid for views, specifically per 1,000 views. So having a high subscriber count doesn't necessarily help you earn more money unless they are truly fans who watch your videos. For example, Pat Flynn has nearly 5 times the subscribers we do, yet his videos often get less views than ours. The reason for this is, although he has a very highly engaged audience on his blog, on the YouTube platform, he technically makes less than we do. If you want to spy on your favorite YouTubers, you can go to socialblade.com and put in their username. So for example, Mike and Lauren TV. And it will actually bring up an estimate of their monthly and yearly earnings. So this says we make somewhere between $32 and $507 a month. This last month we earned $450, whereas this month it's $250. So it's somewhere on this average, so it's not horribly inaccurate. Using that, we can go to someone like Smart Passive Income and see that although he's making $123,000 a month on his blog, he's actually making about half what we do on YouTube, even though he has 5 times the subscribers. And this just proves the point that subscribers aren't everything, it's the views that matter. So if views are what matter and YouTube is in control, what's the point of subscribers? Well, obviously subscribers represent real people who are interested in your life and your content, so they're the only thing that matters from a personal perspective. But from an analytics perspective, they're important because the first 48 hours of a video are pivotal to the YouTube suggestion engine. We have found that our growth has been exponential because when a video gets a lot of views in its first 48 hours, YouTube recommends it, creating more views, more likes, and more comments, so YouTube recommends it more. Your subscribers are usually the first people to watch your video the minute it's posted, which is extremely important. Of course, you also have to have good content, otherwise you would get the views with no engagement and YouTube would just stop recommending it. So then how do you start with 0 subscribers? How did we get the first 1,000? You only have so many friends and family, right? Well, we did 2 things. The first was to make videos that were search friendly, and the second was to not be afraid to promote ourselves. Even as early as last quarter, nearly 25% of our traffic came from YouTube search. And that's because we consciously give our videos titles like scooter versus motorcycle versus car, or jewelry wall organizer, or copper mug. Now, we don't make videos because they might do well in search, but we do title them that way. For example, I call them copper cups, but my research showed that more people searched for copper mugs, so that's how it's titled. Lauren would have called her project a DIY necklace cabinet, but people were looking for jewelry wall organizers. As you can see, there's not a lot of money to be made directly from YouTube ads, especially if you're little guys like us. In the last 28 days, we've made about $250. On average, we spend at least 100 hours a month making videos, so that's far below minimum wage. But an audience is valuable, you just have to find other ways to earn a living from it. Some people use Patreon, some people sell t-shirts and stickers, others develop products. That's likely the path that we'll take, and I've been working on an information product about paying cash for quality used cars for a couple of months. There's no telling how much it might make, but I project it could probably make a couple hundred to even a couple $1,000s a month. Alright, so we've showed you how much we make, and we've showed you how to find out what other YouTubers make. Let's finish with some quick tips that if you're thinking about getting started making a YouTube channel might help you out. First, we'll get the big cliche out of the way, which is only do this if you love it. There are far easier ways to make money than making videos. Deliver pizzas instead. And if you're looking for fame, YouTube is not where you'll find it. You'll find trolls here. Once you decide that you do love doing it, here's a few things I think we might have done right. First, stick to a schedule. Same day, same time. From what I've read, if you have 3 videos to post, putting out 1 a week at the same time is better than 3 all at once. Consistency and watch time are what YouTube values most. 2, balance your interests and searchability. Don't make videos about things you're not interested in just because people are searching for them. But before you make a video, spend 5 minutes figuring out what people might be searching for. 3, competition is good. We thought since financial videos were so underrepresented on YouTube, we were going to just own the space. Growth was steady, but it wasn't until we tapped into an already saturated market, the DIY maker genre, that things really took off. The pleasant surprise is that the subscribers who found us through DIY videos now watch and comment on all of our financial videos as well. So if you can somehow work beauty, gaming, tech reviews, DIY, pranks, top 10 lists, or science into your own personal interests, you'll be more likely to be suggested by YouTube. Now don't cave and imitate someone else, just be aware that those categories already have large audiences. 4. Always be cutting, and by this I mean editing. Cut as much as you possibly can out of your videos, then let them sit for an hour or overnight, and then figure out a way to cut them in half again. 5. Titles and thumbnails are everything. Quality content is everything. Promotion is everything. Everything is everything. But titles and thumbnails really are everything. 6. Talk to your audience. We read every single comment and respond to 90% of them. The difference between TV and YouTube is the community. Take advantage of that. 7, and this is the biggie, YouTube helps those who help themselves. YouTube wants you to succeed, but there's simply way too much content for it to promote everybody equally. You have to show it that your videos are good enough to stand on their own 2 feet. In some ways it's completely unfair, and in others it makes total sense. That means you need to get out there and promote your videos outside of YouTube. Even Grant Thompson, who has nearly 4 million subscribers, still bothers to post his projects on Instructables. What does that tell you? I think that about wraps it up. I hope this was interesting for you non-YouTubers and informative if you do have a channel yourself. I really enjoy making these types of videos, so if this was interesting or informative, please thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know. I could easily make 20 videos going into more detail about what we've learned so far from our channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.